afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Live at 4 on this Thursday. We start right away with breaking news into the Channel 3000 Alert Center.
Multiple emergency crews are responding at this hour to a serious incident at a child care center outside of Mount Horeb. News 3 Now's Adam Duxter is live on the scene with what we know right now. Adam.
Yeah, Mark and Susan, we're still getting information as late as the last few minutes, but what I can tell you is shortly after 3 o'clock, Mount Horeb Fire got dispatched here to Heart and Hands Children's Center just outside the city. And they're responding to a call of carbon monoxide exposure. And what we've been told is there was about 5 or 6 workers doing construction here in the gym, and their tools were putting off carbon monoxide. Now, 4 of those workers have been transported to Madison hospitals. I'm told that 1 is in critical condition, and the condition for the other 3 are unknown. Now, inside at the time were 53 students and an estimated 7 staff. And out of those 60, we've been told that no one is injured at this point, but they are checking all of those preschool-age children for symptoms. And on the scene here, District 1 EMS, Oregon EMS, Barneveld EMS, Fitzrona EMS, and of course, Mount Horeb EMS as well. And again, 1 person, and that is that construction worker here at this child care center, is in critical condition, and 3 other construction workers have been taken to the hospital in Madison. But as for those 53 students, we're told they're being picked up and tested for symptoms right now, but they're showing no symptoms at this time.
All right, this is a developing story. We'll check back with you, Adam, as the hour progresses. We just want to let folks know where this is. It's the Hearts and Hands Learning Center located in the 8900 block of Ridgeview Road in the town of Springdale. It's just outside of Mount Horeb. As you can see, it's right off Highway 151. Again, we'll keep you updated throughout this next hour. Let's head outside. Dana Fulton in the backyard. Another warm one out there.
Very warm and humid outside. No chance for any showers popping up this evening. It's going to stay nice and dry, but we're at 88 degrees. So a quick little shower really would cool things down over the next few hours. Dew points in the low 60s with a calm breeze from the north. Temperatures overnight will be dropping to the mid 60s for overnight lows under a partly cloudy sky. And tomorrow, you guessed it, we're right back into the upper 80s. Tomorrow there is going to be a little better chance, though, for an isolated shower or thunderstorm to pop up. The humidity just sticking with us. Temperatures this weekend for the 4th of July will be in the low 90s, and next week also looks to be very warm and humid. Let's take a closer look at some rain chances that'll creep in for next week in just a few minutes. Right now on the roads, we aren't seeing any major incidents to report. That's always a good thing. It's still hot, so this time of year we always get concerned about pavement buckling in spots, but currently I don't have any reports of that. Drive times in a pretty good spot throughout downtown Madison. To get from Janesville to the Beltline, we're at 24 minutes, 16 minutes from Sauk City to Middleton, and separated downtown about 9 minutes this evening. That's a quick look at traffic.
All right, we'll check back in a few minutes. Thank you, Dana. The state has seen another day with the number of new cases of COVID-19 passing 500. Nearly 30,000 people have tested positive in Wisconsin since March. The good news, however, is the percent of cases remains around 4%, as the rise in cases has led to more people getting tested. 5 more people have died from the virus, bringing the total now to 794. New orders are now in effect in Dane County to restrict mass gatherings and restaurants and bar activity.
Restaurants are now limited to 25% capacity, and bars are limited to takeout only. Gatherings are limited to 10 people indoors and 25 people outdoors. The State Department of Health Services is urging residents to stay home for the 4th of July weekend, as the state is experiencing a spike in cases. Nearly 20% of total COVID-19 cases in Wisconsin have tested positive within the past 2 weeks. Governor Evers says the message to stay home this weekend is especially important for young people to hear. DHS says the spike in cases has been driven in part by infections in young people and contact tracing by some local health departments, including here in Dane County, shows many of the cases can be traced back to bars. The U.S. has set a new single-day record of coronavirus cases, more than 50,000 on Wednesday. More than 2/3 of the states are now showing increases.
The alarming numbers are prompting governors in many states to impose new shutdowns to slow the spread. Chris Martinez has the latest from Los Angeles.
As daily new U.S. coronavirus cases set a record, President Trump defended his administration's response to the pandemic.
We've done a historic thing. We would have lost millions of lives And now we're opening it up, and it's opening up far faster than anybody thought even possible, and more successfully.
The president did not take questions at a morning briefing, but yesterday addressed the issue of wearing masks on Fox Business News.
I'm all for masks. I think masks are good. I would wear, if I were in a group of people and I was close.
President Trump plans to travel to Mount Rushmore tomorrow for an Independence Day celebration where attendees will not be required to wear masks or socially distance. On Capitol Hill, the House's Coronavirus Crisis Oversight Committee asked task force officials about recent surges in several states.
We really do believe the current outbreak is primarily due to under 35s with a lot of gatherings, not appropriate protection like masks.
On the Senate side, the National Institutes of Health director testified about efforts to expedite the development of a vaccine.
We are all optimistic that the goal that we have set to have a vaccine that works and is safe by the end of 2020 will be met.
Until a vaccine breakthrough, the vice president urged people to wear masks. He traveled to Florida Thursday for a first-hand look at the hotspot state. Natalie Brand, CBS News, the White House.
New York City is still planning to reopen schools in the fall, while the University of Southern California backtracked on its reopening plan today, saying that it will offer mainly online classes.
Around 22 million jobs were lost in March and April when the coronavirus forced shutdowns. But now jobs are coming back. From servers at restaurants to lifeguards at the beach, more people went back to work in June as more businesses opened their doors. The Labor Department says a better than expected 4.8 million jobs were added last month. This comes after an increase of 2.7 million in May. The unemployment rate dropped to 11.1%.
Today's announcement proves that our economy is roaring back. It's coming back extremely strong.
Really need to see how things progress from here. I think that the spread of the virus is really the key factor in whether or not the economy continues to improve in the second half of the year.
But even though some have returned to work, the workforce, others are being laid off. 1.4 million Americans filed for unemployment last week. Stocks jumped higher after that June jobs report was released. The Dow Industrials added 92 points, ending the day at 25,827. The Nasdaq was up 53. The S&P 500 gained 14.
New restrictions for bars and restaurants officially went into place today. Public Health issued an order for restaurants to scale back indoor dining to 25% capacity, and bars, as we mentioned, cannot do indoor dining at all.
While some restaurants now have to make new adjustments to abide by those rules, some...
You've probably heard the name Chef Dave Heidi around the area. He owns 2 restaurants here in Dane County, both of which he's decided to close down because he was too scared for the health and safety of his staff. Now, he says that right now he's confident in his takeout-only options, and even though it's crossed his mind to reopen with all of these other restaurants reopening, he said for him, the health risk wasn't worth it because operating at 25 or even 50% still wasn't feasible enough.
It's the right thing to do. We were worried about the interaction that would have between our staff and our customers, and that's exactly what's been happening. I've heard horror stories of, customers who've been asked to put a mask on, like fake coughing at their servers, and just like all sorts of horrible stuff that isn't funny at all.
Even though he decided not to open up, he said he doesn't blame a single restaurant owner who did. And I also spoke to a restaurant who was closed up until last week. They said they didn't want to open until they could operate at 50%, and now they have to scale back yet again. So I'll have their experience for you coming up tonight on News 3 Now at 5.
Jamie Perez will see you then. The woman accused of helping Jeffrey Epstein recruit and sexually abuse underage girls was arrested by the FBI this morning in New Hampshire. Ghislaine Maxwell, the longtime companion of Jeffrey Epstein, is now in federal custody. Maxwell was arrested without incident and faces 6 counts for her alleged role in the sexual abuse of girls as young as 14. Prosecutors announced the indictment in New York.
Maxwell enticed minor girls, got them to trust her, then delivered them into the trap that she and Epstein had set for them.
The indictment says Maxwell's Epstein's former girlfriend would befriend the victims by taking them shopping or to the movies, and that in some instances Maxwell was present for and participated in the sexual abuse of minor victims. Maxwell is expected to make an initial court appearance in New Hampshire later today and will be arraigned in a Manhattan federal court likely next week. Well, still to come at 4 with new restrictions on restaurant occupancy. Some downtown establishments are taking it to the streets.
We'll find out about the new outside dining option. It's called the Streetery, and we'll find out how it works when Live at 4 continues.
You're watching News 3 Now, live at 4.
America, we want to help get you back to it. And here's how, with the Ford Promise. Visit your Ford dealer. Finance a new, certified pre-owned or used vehicle through Ford Credit, and if you lose your job, you can return it for up to 1 year from the day you bought it. You can also get 0% APR financing for 72 months across the Ford lineup. Let us help get you back to it with the Ford Promise.
You may not know them. The coffee shop owner who knows your order. The couple who saves your seats. The family down the street who greets you with a smile. They've been there for you. Now you can be there for them. Donate today and help our friends and neighbors keep their power on.
Relax, unwind, remain safe and secure in a new bath, shower, or walk-in tub from Mad City Baths, Wisconsin's #1 ranked remodeler. Now during our summer spectacular sale, get a new bath or shower for only $49.95. Ask about great financing and call during this program for a free $100 Walmart or Amazon gift card with your in-home estimate. And be sure to ask about virtual online estimates.
If you have a fear of overpaying, you have FOOP. But don't worry, US Cellular has your back with the Samsung Galaxy S25G. Free when you switch, plus no activation fees. Stream without disruption, capture and post without restriction, and do it all without FOOP. Switch and get a free Samsung Galaxy S25G at US Cellular. Choose fair.
I'm bad. You're stronger than you know. So strong. You power through chronic migraine. 15 or more headache or migraine days a month. One tough mother. You're bad enough for Botox. Botox has been preventing headaches and migraines before they even start for almost 10 years and is the #1 prescribed branded chronic migraine treatment. Botox is for adults with chronic migraine. 15 or more headache days a month, each lasting 4 hours or more.
Effects of Botox may spread hours to weeks after injection, causing serious symptoms. Alert your doctor right away, as difficulty swallowing, speaking, breathing, eye problems, or muscle weakness can be signs of a life-threatening condition. Side effects may include allergic reactions, neck and injection site pain, fatigue, and headache. Don't receive Botox if there's a skin infection. Tell your doctor your medical history, muscle or nerve conditions, and medications, including botulinum toxins, as these may increase the risk of serious side effects.
Go on with your bad self. You may pay as little as $0 for Botox. Ask your doctor about Botox for chronic migraine. You got this.
Welcome back. We're continuing to monitor breaking news outside of Mount Horeb, where multiple ambulances are at a child care center.
Let's rejoin our Adam Duxter, who is live on the scene with the latest. Adam.
Yeah, Mark and Susan, emergency officials got out here just shortly after 3 o'clock when they responded to a call of a carbon monoxide leak. And they say since then they've been able to determine that leak was caused by some construction happening in the gym here at Heart and Hands Children's Center right off of Highway 151 here in Mount Horeb. And they say of those construction workers, 4 were taken to the hospital. 1 is in critical condition, and the condition of the other 3 is unknown. Again, this is still a very active scene, so as I talked with the chief from Mount Horeb Fire, she was still very busy. But what she was able to tell me is that of the 53 students here, none were impacted by that carbon monoxide leak. They say that was coming from the tools the construction workers were using. And of those 53 kids, they're starting to send them off one by one as their parents get here now. They say they are testing them to make sure they did not have exposure to that carbon monoxide, but they say so far there's no reason to believe any of those 53 students faced any sort of impact from that carbon monoxide leak.
Oh, that is such a relief. You hear something like this at a child care center and it just stops your heart.
Yeah, it's a bad situation, but it could have been a lot worse.
Yes.
All right, Adam Duxter, live in Mount Horeb. We'll get back to you later on in this newscast.
Adam, thank you.
In the aftermath of the George Floyd murder, America is starting to wake up to the plight of black Americans.
Now black-owned banks are playing a major role in fighting discrimination. We'll have more on that coming up after Dana's First Warn forecast.
Reflect on this. You can have a lasting career in one of today's hottest fields with an online degree from Herzing University. Recognized, accredited, experienced, with more than 90% student satisfaction. Plus, Herzing is transfer friendly. Apply now and pay no enrollment fee. A degree from Herzing University. It's a nice reflection on you. I'm possible at Herzing. Call or click today.
Getting your air ducts thoroughly cleaned takes the trained professionals at Stanley Steamer using the most powerful equipment to get the most powerful results. Our equipment goes deep inside your ducts, removing years of dirt, pet hair, allergens, even dust mites. Unlike other air duct cleaning companies, Stanley Steamer cleans your entire system. Just look at how much dirt can be removed. Call today for a free inspection and save $50 on a cleaning.
Stanley Steamer gets your home cleaner.
Here's to the road ahead. Trust Toyota to be here for you.
Now every hybrid vehicle in Toyota's lineup is available with 0% financing. With fewer stops for gas, Toyota hybrids give you the confidence to go farther. And with 0% financing, Toyota hybrids are even more thrilling. Enjoy more freedom in a Toyota hybrid. See your Toyota dealer or shop and buy online.
All from the brand you trust, today and tomorrow. Toyota.
Incredible deals, huge markdowns, plus free doorstep shipping on everything. What a sale. The 4th of July sale at Slumberland Furniture.
On the road again. Just can't wait to get on the road again. Life I love is making music with my friends. And I can't wait to get on the road again. On the road again.
The open road is open again. And wherever you're headed, Choice Hotels is there. Book direct at choicehotels.com.
Seeing the joy that people feel when they share a meal with family and friends, that's why we do this. The laughter of kids around the table, the thrill of families driving through for a treat, the delight of not having to cook, and instead letting us safely serve you. It all comes back to taking care of each other. And for that, we'll be here with your favorites, and always a smile.
Well, take a look at this. Check out this miniature version of Wrigley Field that an Illinois teen built in his family's backyard. The diehard Cubs fan satisfied cravings for his missing summer tradition by crafting a wiffle ball-ready replica of Wrigley, complete with the iconic sign, the scoreboard, and even the stadium's Ivy League fence.
Oh, we have got to show.
Too bad Gary wasn't here.
All right,
We have to show this to Gary.
Gary's going to lose his mind. We need a mini Brewers.
This is it's outside Chicago, so it's...
That's fantastic. That is so creative.
Gary probably knows exactly where it's at.
I'm sure he does. And there's the creator. All right. Warm and getting warmer.
Getting warmer, getting a little more humid also for the weekend. Would be nice maybe to sit and watch a little baseball if you were sitting in the shade. It's not an option right now. Maybe you can play at home. Right now we do have a few clouds. Radar's quiet though. We're looking at a warm trend through the weekend and next week. We'll look at your full forecast right after the break.
Now, a WISC-TV editorial with editorial director Neil Heinen.
We were dismayed to hear Madison Mayor Satya Rose Conway is even considering delaying, or worse yet, killing the development of the Madison public market. Sure, the pandemic has had a seismic impact on all public budgets, and adjustments will be needed, but not this project, and not now. There are two essential elements of the public market project that must be emphasized. First, the food sector is a critical strategic component of the greater Madison region's economy moving forward. And second, the market's design and operation embodies exactly the kind of equity, diversity, and inclusion our community requires. Just look around and you see all the private development continuing. The modest city investment, use of TIF, and fundraising success of the Madison Public Market Foundation would seem to warrant equal optimism for the market project. Now is not the time to bail on this important and hopeful vision of post-pandemic Madison.
Garver. Garver.
Gather. Ing. Gathering.
Garver.
Gathering.
Garv.
Ing.
Garvering. A socially responsible gathering where a maximum of 250 people enjoy thirst-quenching drinks, delicious food, and the arts in a safe, clean, and touchless outdoor environment. Let's go garvering. Visit thegarverfeedmill.com for dates and details starting June 11th.
Brought to you by News 3 Now, Madison Magazine, and the Garver Feed Mill.
America, we want to help get you back to it. And here's how, with the Ford Promise. Visit your Ford dealer. Finance a new, certified pre-owned or used vehicle through Ford Credit, and if you lose your job, you can return it for up to 1 year from the day you bought it. You can also get 0% APR financing for 72 months across the Ford lineup. Let us help get you back to it with the Ford Promise.
Raise your right hand and repeat after me.
I solemnly swear that I will support the veterans of the
United States Armed Forces.
I will defend the Constitution
Against all enemies. That I will commit
to ensuring they are
not forgotten.
And I will enable veterans to live the same life of opportunity
they have provided me. So help me God.
Throughout the COVID-19 pandemic, Baca Enterprises is truly humbled and thankful to all of our employees, residents, families, and vendors for their patience and cooperation.
Our employees have gone above and beyond with sanitation efforts, altering their daily routines, all while spreading joy and happiness throughout our community.
As you look forward to the future, Beaver Dam Assisted Living will be here for you.
To provide a sense of security and to provide comfort by keeping you safe and healthy.
Together, we're moving forward to help you live life with confidence. Call today to schedule your tour.
Pick up a copy of Madison Magazine and have the city at your fingertips. Dining, entertainment, where to go and what to see. Original reporting, local business, and politics. Pick up the latest issue on newsstands now.
Wisconsin weather can be frustrating. Get the latest forecast, alerts, and detailed traffic reports from the News 3 Now team. On air, online, and download the Channel 3000 First Warn app. Be the first to know what's headed our way. News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Look back at the last 5 4th of Julys. We've had a few cooler days. Back in 2016, it was 75 degrees for our afternoon highs, but for this Saturday, for the 4th, I think it's going to be a little more like 2018 and 2019. We'll see high temperatures in the low 90s again and our overnight lows in the 70s. Not expecting those rain amounts to come through, though. In fact, it's actually going to stay pretty dry outside for Saturday. Right now, our radar is nice and quiet. As we look ahead to the next several days, temperatures are going to stay very warm. There'll be a slight chance for a shower late in the day on Saturday, but otherwise pretty dry for the weekend. The warm trend continues into next week. So tomorrow we start off with partly sunny skies through the afternoon. There's that slight chance developing around 2, 3, 4 o'clock. We could see an isolated shower or storm. And then for Saturday, we will have a mostly sunny sky and there will not be a rain threat during the day on Saturday. Things will stay dry. Our temperature trend looking 6 to 10 days out starts to move us into the middle of July already. And it's very likely that we will be above average. Even our 8 to 14 day outlook, very, very likely that we will continue to stay above average. So we still have our alert days in the forecast for Saturday and Sunday. Those heat index readings will likely hit the mid to upper 90s during the afternoon. And with all of that sunshine, we'll make sure that you stay hydrated with plenty of water. And keep an eye, of course, on your pets, little ones, as they're out running about in the sun. Make sure everybody else can stay hydrated as well. Next week, it stays warm. We're still in the low 90s on Monday with a slight chance for an afternoon or evening shower or thunderstorm. A chance for showers or thunderstorms possible stretching from Tuesday through Friday. High temperatures will be in the upper 80s for the rest of the week with overnight lows near 70 degrees. And heading into the following week, it does seem likely that we'll continue this warm trend for the following weekend with partly sunny skies, 87 for both Saturday and Sunday.
Oh, humid.
Very humid, very sticky and
That's
soupy.
worse. Are you done?
Do you want me to keep? At this point, I sound like a broken record.
Oh,
I don't know if everyone wants to keep hearing me talk about the heat and humidity.
No, we don't.
No.
See you later. As indoor capacity at restaurants is cut back to 25% and bars are no longer able to provide indoor service at all, Madison restaurants are starting to develop streeteries.
Tomorrow, the city of Madison will officially launch the Streetery Restaurant Program. Tiffany Kenny is the executive director of Madison Central Business Improvement District, and she's here tonight to tell us all about it. Hi, Tiffany. Good to see you.
Friends, nice to see you.
Thanks for joining us. So tell us about the concept and the idea behind the streetery.
Well, I mean, we're marketing people down here, and so we're working on how we talk about this. First of all, I'll say thanks for the weather. We'll take this nice outdoor heat because it wants everyone to be outside and encourages our time outside. But streetery, street eatery. That's it, streetery. And we're figuring out ways that our restaurants can bring their quality service, their great food, the things they're known for, out into the street so that we can continue to support them and they can continue to feed us great food.
But the capacity is still limited.
It sure is. We're still sticking to all the public health guidelines, but what we're doing is making more space available for restaurants. And this is a program in partnership, of course, with the city of Madison, who really has spearheaded this, not only in downtown Madison, but other parts of the community are going to participate in streetery too. And what we're really excited about is tomorrow at 6:45, we open the streetery on State Street. So our businesses on State Street can pull on out and there'll be no buses and lots of places to eat.
So will it be restaurants that have not had outdoor seating before will have it now for the first time?
Some will be that way. Some will have expanded seating capacities. And even some of our retailers are going to come out. That's an exciting part for us on State Street. You'll get to do a little shopping in between as well. Kind of like Maxwell Street Days. Nothing like that wonderful event, but still a cool shopping and dining experience on State Street.
And you don't have to worry about buses going by. You're closing some streets for all of this.
We are. So we've closed a couple streets like Pickney on the square and a couple other side streets. But the main one that we're excited about is State Street. From Friday until Sunday, it will be closed, a true pedestrian mall. One of the things that we've talked about often is what would that be like? And so here we get a chance to give that a test run, but also give our restaurants and our retailers a chance to make it through this very, very hard time, and especially, as you were mentioning, that we've taken a little bit of step back in some of our capacity. So we're finding ways to get that.
Yeah, that's a big incentive for doing this, isn't it, Tiffany, to help the restaurants survive?
Absolutely. You know, they really, at 25% capacity, they're not covering operating costs. They're not covering staff costs. They're not covering food costs. So what we want to do is figure out ways that 25% capacity is larger. And so we make larger spaces. We spread people out. We've got some restaurants and retailers who put some really, really thoughtful decisions into how they designed them, how they laid them out, so that you'll feel safe dining with your family and with people in your own household, and in in safe spaces outdoors.
Yeah, that's wonderful.
I assume reservations are encouraged.
They're going to be needed, of course. They're always encouraged downtown Madison, but at this time, with the limited capacity and the demand to sit outside on these beautiful days, we're going to encourage reservations.
Yeah, later in the evenings be perfect.
Very nice.
Perfect dinner outside.
We'll take that hot, sticky weather. It's great to eat outside that way.
Streetery, love the name. Tiffany, thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Tiffany.
Good luck.
Great to see you.
Coming up later on Live at 4, we're going to take your pet questions live.
That's right. Carrie Donahue is going to join us in just a little while. And then coming up tonight at 5, it's expected to be a very hot 4th of July weekend. We'll tell you what experts say you can do to stay safe and cool.
Oh my gosh. Wow. Who am I?
Wow, is that really me?
Hi, I'm Annette, and I'm an actress. Under eye bags and wrinkles are so frustrating. They're so hard to hide and so hard to get rid of. I came across Plexiderm, and I was so excited. We have a model. His name is Richie, and all he's doing is taking a small amount. It's so powerful. That's all it takes. This 4th of July, in just 10 minutes, you'll look incredible. This is something that you can do in the convenience of your own home. It's a cream. It's a topical. It literally creates an invisible layer that tightens the skin and smooths it out. All you do is gently rub it underneath your eyes, on your fine lines and wrinkles, and it visibly disappears in as little as 10 minutes.
My real true opinion is holy words I can't say on camera. This is absolutely unbelievable. I mean, I could feel it just lifting my skin. It was amazing. It feels good. It feels great. Looks even better.
I can't even believe that this worked. I was a little skeptical, I am not going to lie, because I saw people online with it. I'm like, yeah, right, that can't possibly work. I'm telling you, it really works.
I thought I might see a little difference, but to see that big of a difference, and I felt something happening, but I had no idea. Like, I have so many dark circles, I have the puffiness, I have the lines. Like, it's amazing. I love it.
I did this to my father at home because I was skeptical. Yes, I admit it. 4 minutes, 34 seconds. The appearance of his under eye bag was completely gone. We were screaming. You have an event, you have any of those moments where you want to feel the best about yourself. I am telling you, the videos that you see on social media and TV are real. This 4th of July is the best time to get Plexiderm for $14.95 and see it work for yourself after your first application. Your solution is at plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
If you have a fear of overpaying, you have FOOP. But don't worry, US Cellular has your back with the Samsung Galaxy S25G. Free when you switch, plus no activation fees. Stream without disruption, capture and post without restriction, and do it all without FOOP. Switch and get a free Samsung Galaxy S25G at US Cellular. Choose fair.
Tonight at 5, with the new guidelines in Dane County that limit the amount of people in restaurants and bars, business owners talk about the added levels of uncertainty and if they can weather another round of this at 5.
Mostly dry for the 4th of July weekend. We're expecting very, very warm temperatures, though, and a lot of humidity. We'll take a look at your full forecast.
And ahead at 6, a woman has turned herself in for a homicide on Madison's north side yesterday afternoon. What she says led to that shooting.
Here's a live look outside this afternoon, downtown Madison. We're sort of on autopilot here.
That's right. It's just like yesterday.
It's the same shot all week long. Hot and sunny again downtown. Well, we're continuing to monitor breaking news this afternoon outside of Mount Horeb, where multiple ambulances are at a child care center.
Our Madeline O'Neill is there, and she joins us now, and she just finished talking with some parents. What's the reaction, Maddie?
Well, we're across the street where parents are parking to go pick up their kids. We've talked to a number of parents and kids who are happy, understandably relieved. From many, they say that a text or email alert went out about this, so they knew to come here. Spoke to one woman who said she was actually on her way home when she saw the police lights, and she almost drove by, but she decided to come check and see what was happening. And she said going through her mind at that time was obviously the worst, so understandably relieved to know that her daughter is okay. Talking to a number of parents and kids, they say that they're ready to get out of the sun, maybe go get a snack. But the parents we spoke with said they're happy with how the situation has been handled and obviously relieved right now.
All right, Madeline O'Neill reporting live from Mount Horeb. Thank you.
Madeline, thank you.
Well, the 4th of July weekend is almost here.
If you've been holding off on your summer shopping, now might actually be a good time to get started because the sales are plentiful.
Wondering how you can tell the real deals from the hype? Samantha Gordon, the deals editor at Consumer Reports, has done the research for you. We talked to her earlier today about the best deals.
They're actually really great this year, and it's really exciting to see that all the deals that you can find are all available online. So whether or not you're able to get into a store, you can still take advantage of these savings.
Well, let's talk about some specific deals.
Sure. So you can't have July 4th without a barbecue, right?
Right.
And if you want to upgrade your grill, maybe you want to try a gas grill this year, there are tons of great sales, including my favorite, a Monument Grills gas grill. It's model 13892. This model is already very affordable for a gas grill. It will run you about $400, but Lowe's has it right now for $329, so you're saving about $70. And the best part about this grill is it has built-in LED lighting, so you can cook anytime, day or night, without it.
What?
That's pretty cool. Let's talk a little bit about appliances. Are there good deals on specific appliances?
Oh, absolutely. July 4th weekend is a great time to get an appliance deal. One of my favorites this year is the Bosch 300 series dishwasher. Now, Bosch is one of those brand names that is so coveted, and they've got great quality products. And this dishwasher in particular performed really well in all of our tests, but where it really shines is when it comes to noise level. It's a quiet machine, and it dries your dishes so well. That's such a huge perk when it comes to dishwashers.
And it's a great price this weekend.
Absolutely. It is $760 at ajmadison.com, and it usually costs $850 up to $1,000. So this is a really good savings.
Yeah, it is a good deal. What about refrigerators?
So if you're looking to upgrade your refrigerator, the model that we recommend this weekend to check out is the LG French door refrigerator. It's available at Best Buy. And this refrigerator originally cost over $3,000. Right now, you can get it for $2,450. This is one of our top tested refrigerators. It runs quietly. It has a water and ice dispenser right on the front, and it's at the lowest price we've ever seen it.
Oh, great.
All right. Mattresses.
Oh, they're always expensive.
Yeah.
Mattresses are pricey, but they are a good one will last you 8 to 10 years. So it's worth the investment. And one of the top tested models that we've tried at Consumer Reports, the Avocado Green mattress. This usually runs about $1,400 for a queen size, but they have a code on their website, Organic200, that will save you $200 on the price of this mattress. It's great for sleepers of all body types who sleep on their side and back in particular, and it will last those 8 years.
Avocado green mattress. I've never even heard of that. That's interesting. Very interesting. Okay, what about tech products? Everybody is always looking for a good deal on tech.
Always. So July 4th isn't traditionally a tech-heavy shopping holiday weekend, but this year we are seeing some great deals. If you're looking to upgrade your laptop situation, you're working from home or you want a better machine, the Microsoft Surface Pro 7 is a great choice. It is $769 at Amazon right now. It's about $100 less than we're seeing it anywhere else. And it's a convertible laptop, so that's a tablet and a laptop. But you do need to pay a little extra if you want that keyboard for laptop functionality. We still think it's a really great deal.
That's what we use here on the sets.
Yeah, that's right. And those deals, how long do you think they will last for the 4th of July holiday?
They will definitely last through the weekend. Appliance deals tend to be the ones that last a little bit longer, same with mattresses, but those tech deals tend to go a little bit quicker. So if you see something you want in the tech space, you should really jump on it. And we have a full list of all the best deals available over at cr.org.
All right, Samantha, thank you. Have a great 4th of July weekend.
Thank you so much. You too.
Great to see you. Thanks so much.
Bye-bye.
Spend the weekend shopping inside.
Yeah, might as well.
Might as well. Well, do you have an ailing pet? It's time for you to get some free veterinary advice.
When we come back, Dr. Carrie Donahue from Full Circle Holistic Veterinary Care on Monroe Street is standing by. She'll be taking your questions. If you have a pet question, the number's 270-9933. We'll get to your calls right after this.
With one of our favorite Portage families here at the Portage Furniture Store, the Ayers family, that has grown a little bit since, he says high five. That's right. Since the last time we were here.
We sure have. Austin and I, proud third-generation owners, and now we're working on our 4th generation. We've seen generations of customers come through, and I think we take a lot of joy in seeing, hey, my parents bought from your dad, or bought from your uncles, or bought from your grandpa, and now Austin and I get to enjoy that ourselves.
How much fun is it on the days you come back into town and the 3 of you are together?
It's very special. Like I said, the longevity from my dad and uncle started in 1940 to now. Very special.
We're very, very proud to showcase predominantly American-made brands and companies that we've worked with for a very long time. We have a number of great lines, including Serta Mattresses, Smith Brothers, Flex Steel, Lazy Boy, and England.
And not everyone has the Ayers last name, but everybody here, I know you guys consider family.
Yeah, we really have some wonderful people here, including, 2 salespeople, Rosie and Punky, who have been here with us from the very beginning, and we're really thankful for them.
Yeah, they really make you guys, they're the ones who make you all look good.
Yeah, they are.
No doubt.
And we need all the help we can get.
Yeah, well, he said it. Right? What are some of the biggest things that sets you guys apart?
The free delivery. Yeah.
They still got it. I was wondering.
We do.
Glad to hear it.
And on top of a first-class free delivery service, we're very proud of our huge selection of top-name brand furniture at guaranteed low prices.
Well, with the free delivery, we've got a lot of stops, but I'm glad you're helping me. From the Portage Furniture Store, I'm Emmy Fink, and you're buzzed into Madison. He's excited.
Constant hand washing causes hands to dry and crack. Try O'Keeffe's Working Hands. It's America's #1 hand cream for guaranteed relief of dry, cracked hands. Also available in O'Keeffe's for healthy feet. Guaranteed relief for extremely dry, cracked feet.
America, we want to help get you back to it. And here's how, with the Ford Promise. Visit your Ford dealer. Finance a new, certified pre-owned or used vehicle through Ford Credit, and if you lose your job, you can return it for up to 1 year from the day you bought it. You can also get 0% APR financing for 72 months across the Ford lineup. Let us help get you back to it with the Ford Promise.
Friday morning, Chris Reese says everything you need to know about the forecast headed into the 4th of July weekend.
And with new regulations in place for Dane County restaurants, a new outdoor program starting Friday could see a surge.
We'll see you starting at 4:30.
Well, if you're going to compete, you have to train, and that's what a Connecticut couple is doing, preparing for the infamous annual Nathan's Hot Dog Eating Competition. The couple's training with a light snack of 90 hot dogs in 10 minutes. So when the time comes, they might be crowned the Wiener Wolfing winners. You know what they say, the couple that gorges together stays together. That is a saying, right?
So that is the one thing that has not been canceled, is the hot dog eating contest.
Of everything.
Of everything, okay.
NASCAR and hot dog racing.
I guess so.
All right, it's time to get your pet questions answered live.
The number to call, 270-9933. Dr. Carrie Donahue from Full Circle Holistic Veterinary Care is with us today. Hi, Carrie, good to see you.
Hello, great to see you.
Oh, and there she is. There's Poppy.
Speaking of hot dogs, you got to take care of your animals in this heat.
Oh my gosh, you really do. And things can happen so quickly in the heat. And if animals are outside, especially if they're running around and playing, something like heat exhaustion and even heat stroke can be really dangerous for dogs. So I always encourage pet owners to take a lot of breaks with your pets if you're outside in the summer. Get them in some water, in an outdoor pool at home, or hose them off just to help keep them cool.
Oh, it's great advice. All right, let's go to the phones, and we'll start with Sue in Sauk City. Hi, Sue. What's your question?
My question is kind of due to the heat, which I do keep our dog inside. She likes to have the hose sprayed for water, and I wondered if that does go into the lung area, because she seems to not breathe real well after we do that with her.
Okay, yeah. You know, I think sometimes when they get really excited and if the hose is going, they're drinking the water, but they might also aspirate a little bit and get it into their lungs. So I would say just be careful with that and try to keep the hose at a lower level so that doesn't happen. Usually it's fine. You know, if they do cough, it's something that's fine. If they ingest a lot of water and they get a lot into their lungs, then that's more of an issue. But it should be fine just with a lower level of water spray.
So not as high a speed.
What's that?
Not as high a speed of the water. Like
exactly.
a real.
Yeah, then it's more likely. Yeah.
All right, let's go to, we have a, you can't see us this way, but we have our director's dog out here, Queenie.
This is Quinn.
Oh, wow.
So check it out later when you have a chance to watch. All right, let's go to Elena in Janesville. Hi, Elena, what's your question?
Hi, my name is Irina, and I was just calling because I have a 14-year-old golden retriever.
Wow.
And he's starting to do a lot of slipping on his hind legs, falling back, and I wanted to know when exactly do you know when is that particular time? Kind of a sad question.
Yeah, I know. That is a really sad question, but I always think it's good to think about something like that before it gets to the point of being an emergency. And that's something that, it happens quite a bit in older, larger breed dogs, especially where they start to lose muscle mass and they get weaker in the hind legs. So I often say if it gets to the point where the pet is not able to get up on their own, and especially if they can't go outside and go to the bathroom on their own, all of those things kind of play into the whole quality of life issue. So you really start to think about those things when that time comes.
Yeah, it's a tough
Toughest decision you can make.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Let's go to Mike in Dane. Hi, Mike. What's your question?
I'm calling. I've got an 8-year-old Shih Tzu, and he cut himself, but it's not bleeding anymore. There's no skin coming out. But with his hair, it has napped up. Now, I've trimmed the hair, and I've cleaned it with hydrogen peroxide. I'm wondering if that's all right, or should we take him into the vet?
I always think it's a good idea to take them into the vet just to make sure that there is no evidence of a deeper cut or any sort of infection. That's the thing. Sometimes you see a surface laceration or cut, and it can sometimes go deeper than you think it has actually gone. So I think going into the vet to have it checked out would be a good idea. But otherwise, you did the right thing. With clipping the fur, the hydrogen peroxide to prevent it from getting infected is great to do at home.
All right. Let's go to Christine in Verona. Hi, Christine.
Hi, I have a 10-year-old male cat. He scratches his both ears and he scratches his eye. He looks like he's beat up from another cat, but we don't have two cats.
Oh, okay.
And he is just scratching all the time. What do we do? Is there a home remedy we can use for him or what?
Well, it could potentially be something like allergies. And cats are really affected, especially this time of year, by allergies. And you can kind of see redness around the face, the ears can get infected, the eyes, like you mentioned. A very safe thing to try at home, and I recommend this a lot for cats, is Zyrtec. And Zyrtec is the over-the-counter antihistamine. You could do 5 milligrams once a day and see if that would make a difference, just kind of with the redness.
Yeah, the allergies are bad. All right, we are out of time. Thank you all for calling in. Carrie, thank you for your time.
Thank you so much.
Quinny is just settling in. Quinny and Poppy.
Have a happy 4th of July.
You guys too. Thank you.
Right.
Carrie, great to see you. Thanks so much.
Quinny, you all right there?
She's
look
relaxed. She's so cute. Looks like a cotton ball with legs, doesn't she?
She's staring at me. All right, the nationwide effort to fight racism is shedding new light on the financial imbalances between races in this country.
Just 44% of Black Americans own the home they live in, compared to more than 73% of white Americans. Alex Wagner reports on how Black-owned banks are playing a critical role in fighting discrimination.
This is the home that I purchased with the Hope mortgage loan.
10 years ago, it was unclear if 31-year-old Brittany Williams would ever become a homeowner.
The credit wasn't as good as it could be because of some things I did in high school with mismanaging credit. At that point, I didn't have any idea of how I could make it better.
With few resources and poor credit, the big banks didn't seem interested in helping her build a solid financial foundation.
No, I didn't think they were trying to help me.
She wasn't alone. African Americans remain underserved by America's largest financial institutions. Nearly half of all Black Americans either have no bank or are underbanked, meaning they lack access to financial services like credit cards and loans. That's almost double the rate of the country as a whole. So Williams went elsewhere. Hope Credit Union, a Black-owned financial institution.
I felt like they would give me a better understanding of which path I should be going down. And the branch manager, she instantly was telling me about certain loans that could help me reestablish my credit.
With that help, Williams fixed her credit. At 26, she qualified for a home mortgage.
And I was able to finance the house, my first home.
Black-owned banks, like Hope, can play a critical role in building African-American financial security.
We have to look at the context and the reality of deep racial wealth inequality, racial economic inequality that's been part of this country since its founding. So when you have very little wealth of your own, median wealth from blacks mean about $3,600. It's that much harder to get a loan because, you have to have some type of savings, right?
Diedrich Asante Mohammed is with the National Community Reinvestment Coalition.
Banks have played a role that most of society has played. They've reflected society, and a society that was not looking forward to bring African Americans in as part of their practices, their inclusion. So African Americans didn't feel that banks were something to serve them.
In the last decade alone, 3 major national banks have paid hundreds of millions in federal settlements for alleged racial discrimination, something that's been part of the American lending system for nearly a century. Through a practice called redlining, loans were denied in largely black neighborhoods. The courts have since deemed it illegal. To counter discriminatory practices, black-owned banks were born.
We really are the catalyst for our communities.
Cynthia Day, president and CEO of Citizens Trust, says black-owned banks like hers help break a cycle of poverty.
We can get you into the system, and then we can let you elevate from product to product and get you into a mainstream banking relationship. So we go from credit builders to wealth builders.
Today at black-owned banks, 33% of mortgage loans go to African Americans versus less than 3% at banks that are not black-owned. It's that kind of inequality that's helped fuel protests across the country. And just as white Americans joined black Americans on the streets, joining a black-owned bank can be an important act of unity.
Your money can count in ways that I think a lot of people haven't even considered.
Absolutely. You can support addressing racial inequality without solely being on the streets protesting. You need to incorporate that in your everyday life, how you spend your everyday dollars, do your everyday investments. That will help create the long-term change that we need so desperately in this country.
On Tuesday, Netflix announced a $10 million investment in Hope Credit Union, which Hope says they will use to fund more than 2,500 entrepreneurs, homebuyers, and consumers of color over the next 2 years. Alex Wagner, CBS News, Long Island, New York.
Important message there. All right, we'll have a final check your forecast coming up.
Very well, playback.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard. Nissan is offering non-stop routes to summer.
And now is the best time to get into a new Nissan. Save up to $2,000 bonus cash on select models.
Let me introduce me.
Cuts, colors, braids, and fades. We stand for style. Cost Cutter Salons.
#1 in color in Wisconsin.
Whether it's your morning cup of coffee or waiting for mom and dad to come home, our windows will provide endless possibilities to your daily routine here at Mad City Windows. Now would be a great time to take advantage of our summer spectacular sale. Get a house full of windows for $29.95. 0 down, 0 payments, and 0 interest for 18 months. A bonus. Buy 7 or more premium windows and get a patio door installed for free. Ask about our virtual online estimate. Call now to get a $100 Walmart or Amazon gift card with your estimate.
Home is dancing because no one's watching. Home is a reason to disturb the peace. Home is laughter. Home is where heads come to rest. A place to let go and a place to find again. At Stanley Steamer, we love home, and we know that a clean home is a healthy home. We're ready when you are.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard. Nissan is offering non-stop routes to summer.
And now is the best time to get into a new Nissan. Save up to $2,000 bonus cash on select models.
Tomorrow, highs will be back in the upper 80s with a slight chance for an afternoon shower or thunderstorm. Our temperature trend continues to look the same. We'll be in the low 90s this weekend, next week in the upper 80s. Because those temperatures will be in the low 90s and heat index readings will be in the mid to upper 90s, we do have alert days in the forecast for Saturday and Sunday. As you step outside for your 4th of July plans, just make sure you stay hydrated with water for your weekend plans.
Every other one, water. No, that's not the guidelines. All right. Tomorrow on Live at 4, our news hounds Lola and Louie have the best animal stories of the week.
And our Michael Bruno goes behind the screens as a Broadway musical plays tribute to baseball and to Broadway as well. We'll have that coming up tomorrow on Live at 4.